Hello everyone and welcome back to Ace Combat 7, where once again we're gonna put Trigger through hell just for your amusement. This time we're only doing attackers. Now, the roster for this playthrough... Hello Astrid, welcome to the stream. The roster for this playthrough... it's going to be the A10C Warthog, as you can see here. Then we will have Stretch. Hello, Floof. We'll have the lovely SU-34 fullback, or the War Duck, as I like to call it. The F-16XL. The Strike Falcon. Good talk. Hello, Hoff. Welcome to the stream. I need to mute that. Okay, there we go. It's like I need to mute the other screen. Then we have the FB-22 Strike Raptor. The SU-25M. There's two versions of it. This one is equipped with bombs, rockets, and kedges, while the other one is equipped with lots of guns, rockets, and cluster bombs. Then we have the EA-6B Prowler, which is armed with two flavors of IEWS and the LAGM. FB-22 is supposed to be the Naval, Marine, and Army's version of the F-23. Really? I thought it was an attacker version of the Raptor. Because I can guarantee you the FB-22 would not have been able to be flung off of a carrier. Well, it could have been... No, it depends upon how strong the landing gear was. Then we've got the Tornado GR4. Fortunately, I can't do the Nighthawk because for some reason the mod just doesn't like being used. It doesn't talk well with the others. But here's the GR4, and with this one we have the LACM, Bomblet Dispenser, and the SASM. And we have the YRB-89, the Beerus. The Navy's just putting Gary Lance. A hook only does so much. You have to reinforce the landing gear struts. Otherwise, they will crush under the slam. And this one is armed with bombs, napalm, and cluster bombs. But this is the bomber variant of the YR-99 Fornius. Okay. Thank you for the 260 watch streak, Floof. And we've got the YR-302 Fregata. That's fine, I'm just going over the weapons and crap. Got napalm, LAGM, and FAB. The XR2, or the XR 302 Frigate, which is armed with the IRCM, pulse lasers, and rockets. And finally, our last one for the thing is the A4NK, which is armed with bombs, Mavericks, and harms. So let's go ahead and put Trigger through the ringer once again. You start story. And sure, we'll go hard. I can handle hard.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep,
How does Floof do what, Hoff? Do the watch streak? He just watches every time I stream.
Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above
Why
the
is Trigger
clouds,
completely
the
silent?
dark blue of the stratosphere.
He's
Nothing
not
beats
completely
being at the
silent.
controls
They just say
and
he doesn't
seeing it from
talk
the
much.
cockpit. Look here.
But all the
Gramps tossed a magazine
Ace
over to an
Combat
article.
protagonists are,
Unmanned fighters
aside
are no
from
longer a dream, it read.
Colonel
Pilots
Bishop
taking to the skies
in
will soon be a distant
Assault
memory.
Horizon, are what's
I don't
considered
see
silent
anything good
protagonists.
coming from
They
that.
don't talk because that helps
You know what?
the
Lying
player
smack dab
immerse
in the middle of the
themselves
desert west of
in the
here,
game.
There's a bunch of planes
The
from
most
the
famous
last war.
silent protagonist I can think
Some
of
have been
would
mothballed,
be
but
Link
most of them are just rusted piles
from
of junk waiting to
The
be
Legend of
scrapped.
Zelda.
Gramps
He
was really
doesn't
good friends
talk.
with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies.
But it's
I
just
cut
a
my
game
teeth working
mechanic,
with those
game
geezers.
choice.
They taught me their skills and some
A
dirty
choice.
jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw
Because,
it.
but yes.
A
Well,
prototype
silent
drone.
protagonists, it doesn't mean they
It
are
wasn't much of
literally
a plane,
silent. It
more
means
of
that
a
they
trash
just
can
don't
with
talk.
wings.
Laugh at it all
Um,
you want, kid.
Grunts
The
and
technology's
expressions does
always
not
changing. If you don't keep up with
count.
it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another year and a half after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up.
I love this stretch here with the music. It basically is telling veteran players, welcome back to Strange Room. Welcome home.
So, I flew up, straight up, through the
And
clouds,
she doesn't
higher
mean
into the sky,
she doesn't die
dark blue.
because she's a anime protagonist,
I can
therefore
almost touch
she's
it.
got plot armor.
Then I saw OCS fighters. They were tailing something, a drone. They were going
And
full out chasing
the
that thing.
plane
30 Gs at
form
least.
of the
Damn, I've never
MQ-99
seen anything move that
is
fast.
very similar to that of
It
the
had a rose painted on
F-104.
it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
So it's not out of the realm of possibility that they thought, doesn't have IFF, it's small, it's fast, and it looks about the same as a drone we're shooting. Yeah, shoot it down. Now, to get that close for guns, they should have been like, wait, this is an F-104. But
Everyone here? Settle down.
legally that's
I said
murder.
settle down.
No, that's war.
You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Yuzha as members of the International Union Peacekeeping.
She was not flying in a plane that had an IFF.
Earlier, our
She
radar
did not
sat
have a
informed us
radio.
that a group of unidentified
Therefore,
aircraft was approaching.
The Ocean pilot had no
Communication
way of
systems
knowing
went down immediately afterwards.
that she
We are
was
led to
not
conclude that they have attacked the site.
an enemy. Also, she didn't have any roundels
Here's your
painted
mission.
on.
It's possible that the Yuzhan ceasefire agreement has been broken
So,
for the first time.
given that
As of today,
there was
Fort
a
Gray's
first
Air Base
strike that the
Squadron,
Erusians
IUPF,
did,
has been put on high alert.
no, it's
All
not
members who have been
murder.
ordered to sortie, fly there
It's a
immediately.
case of blue on
Find
blue,
the
sure.
unidentified craft, then use your
But
weapons to round them up and force them to
Avril
land.
brought it on herself.
If the hostiles counterattack, then you will.
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified
Yeah,
aircraft confirmed overhead. What? How is that possible?
The
Tank from
strikes
north is
against
involved.
Port St.
Many
Hewlett and all the others
Scramble. All
happened
units, take off and
while
eliminate
she was in the
unidentified
sky.
craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
which is why the Ocean fighters were scrambled in the first place. And a real life note, it didn't come to that point, but September 11th, 2000, and was it 2001 or was it 2000? I think it was 2001. Anyway, after the first couple planes hit the Twin Towers, the FAA ordered all civilian planes grounded and then scrambled F-16s and F-15s with explicit orders to shoot down any aircraft that did not comply. All civilian aircraft complied, and by the time the fighters got in the air, the fourth plane had already crashed. But the United States Air Force was prepared to shoot down civilian aircraft to protect any other major buildings. All aircraft need to have radio because of ATC. Yep, that's true. If you're flying restricted airspace, then if you're able to use guns, you can identify. Yeah. But given that it was a time of war, Avril, to their view, was not pinging with an IFF. She was not complying with radio instructions. They didn't know she didn't have radio. She was in an unmarked aircraft, and there were known to be Erusian aircraft that were unmarked in the skies. It is not out of the realm of possibility that Avril's plane was, or that Ocean Command ordered her plane shot down. Also, Astrid, it can't legally be murder because she survived. Best you could get is attempted. Alright. So we're going to take the F-16XL, and we're going to use the NASA skin for it. Yeah, I think the weapons I have for this got the bombs, 4 AM, and cluster bombs instead of Mavericks, because I don't really like the Mavericks so much.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Radar flight still silent. Scramble. Get ready to in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Golem Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper.
Water went down the
Hurry,
wrong
Mage
tube.
Squadron.
Ugh. Yeah, like, if it followed a civilian legal procedure, yeah, it would be attempted. But given the circumstances in which the shoot down happened, if anyone's going to be charged, it would be Avril, and she was.
Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit.
One demon lord is into the net.
Mage 2.
Well, we're not
Mage
flying
1.
Wizard.
All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron,
We're flying
go
NASA.
time.
Roger that.
Golem 4 understood.
Also, I am
This is the AWACS
extremely
Skykeeper.
biased, but I do love the American
Take down all unidentified bombers. They
round
don't
goal.
have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
just looks cool.
Not bad, Mage 2.
Let's do Skykeeper. Where's Sayox by his
Trigger,
left?
switch
Yep.
your radar. See if you can locate the enemy.
Oh, I'm on HCAA. Oh,
There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting
Okay.
to be taken.
that's gonna be annoying.
They're way overhead.
Oh, well.
storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts form up for another attack. Point is 835.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Bandit on your 6. Watch it. Enemy missile cruising. Breaking.
Enemy support eliminated. This should make the job easier. Destroy the target.
I don't think I have any multi-locks
Target
for
confirmed down.
my
Looking
attackers.
good, Mage 2.
Oh wait, no, I do. I have War Duck.
Mage 2. Target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet.
I'm not gonna be able to spot me.
Trigger, don't forget your special weapon. Knock him out with your special weapon. Use it when you need to.
Mage 2. Target down.
We've done enough damage to the harbor to carry our end enemy fleet. Drop bombers on installations and return to base.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. Here's some back at base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger, settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Once completed 4 in roughly 5.5 minutes. Nice.
Golem,
I
Mage,
tend to go
continue
longer,
enemy
but
groups.
that's because I want to sweep the board.
This is HQ. Attention all
I learned
Are there any drones?
thanks to
Verify.
Ace 6, don't go fast,
Drones?
be
Are
thorough.
you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass.
So my destruction score is usually
Can't tell them apart.
higher than average, but my time score is pretty below average usually.
Missile cruising. Evading. I'm cornered. Harbor facilities and carriers destroyed.
Mainly because in A6, most of the missions give you like 45 minutes to complete. And none of the rankings really care about how long you took. It's all about how many points did you get? How many things did you shoot down?
Let them destroy the harbor! Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor's under heavy fire!
Enemy bomber hit, but still airborne. Finish it off.
Mage 2's bandit confirmed down.
They can burn with their whole payload. Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Come on.
I'm on this one's tail.
Come on.
Bomber is down.
Mage 2 is flashed abandoned.
One remaining.
Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this.
To Gollum and Mage. Job well done. All bombers are down.
Clean
Our
sweep.
radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Gollum Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Gollum 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Seawater at Cuthbert Bay. I am Princess Rosa Cosette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff.
Triggered it. Hi, Nip. Welcome to stream. We're doing attackers.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched
That's what we
remotely.
call perfidy.
The Secretary of
That's
the
a war
Navy
crime.
has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usea, has been seized by the Erusian Army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usea, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the
Such a
Erusian
shame
Air
we
Force
never really
successfully
see the
repelled
Kestrel
them.
II in
During the air
action.
raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled
Also, I
planes
don't
then
like
crashed
calling
into
it
residential
Kestrel
areas.
2. Mainly because American navies don't do that.
The world was screwed.
There's not like
20 years
like,
ago,
the
Earth got
Enterprise
slammed
that's
by an
currently being
asteroid.
built isn't called
Asia was on the wrong side of the
Enterprise
planet and got hit
3.
hard.
Or actually be more like 10
Refugees
by now.
swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country
It's
on
called
the
the
continent,
Kestrel.
plunging
The,
it into
what
chaos.
makes it different in
They
the
were
United
desperate and
States
started a war.
is there are
One
3
that had no
carriers
hope
that
of
are
winning.
bore the name Enterprise.
That's the war
First
my dad
one
fought
was
and died in.
CV6.
The biggest nations
The
from
second
two
one was
continents went head to head,
CVN65.
and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it.
JMSDF doesn't do that.
They fancied themselves
And
the
then the
only
one that's
nation
currently
that could bring
being
peace and
built, the
stability
Ford
to the
class,
world.
is CVN80.
They even tried
Hell,
saving
even in
the
Star
Union,
Trek,
still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching
various
way up into
enterprises
the
are still
sky,
called
ended up being built in
Enterprise.
Usea, paid for by the Oseans.
You'll
President
hear
Harlan
fans say
dedicated out of
Enterprise
compassion
E
for
or
his fellow
Enterprise
humans.
D.
But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea
But
was moving in to take
the
over.
letter at the end isn't added onto the
Erusia
name,
went
it's
from being
added
a
onto
republic
the
back
ship's
to being a
designation.
kingdom.
NCC
When they
1701,
started this new war, they managed
and
to
they
get the
just
drop
add
on everyone.
letters onto the end of it.
The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator.
How do
without
I
spilling
know
a single
that
drop of blood.
designation by heart? I'm a
President
Trekkie.
Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world.
I find it
Erusia
hard to
didn't have the
believe
same reach,
that
but they could hit their targets
no
faster and
civilians
cleaner.
were lost
And when all this was
in that
going
attack,
down, I just so happened to
or
be
at
in
least
my flying drag
hurt,
racer.
just because of the nature of war. I can believe that no civilians were killed, but
In
I
case you
can't
were
believe that
wondering.
no civilians were hurt.
Yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base.
Enterprise
then
C,
got
Ned.
arrested
You're
for
referring
breaking
to
wartime
Enterprise,
aviation
or
laws some
yesterday's
crap.
Enterprise.
The world went from being at peace
The Ambassador
to
class.
being at war. All
Enterprise
in the blink
B
of an
was
eye.
from Star Trek Generations. It was an Excelsior class that had tumors on the hull. And that episode was a fantastic episode. One of my
I was
favorites.
tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship.
20 was easy compared to
For
last.
company, I had some
Okay,
court-martialed
okay.
soldiers. And remember those
Yeah, Dark
mothballed
Blues
planes I told you about before?
Gets easier once you get the hang
They
of
were
it.
loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol
Logistics
boats, and the base,
would be
the fences were topped
real
with razor wire,
interesting,
the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a
since
truck with a gun turret was parked
Eastern
in front of the gate.
Yusia faces Verusia.
Its
So
gun
there's
was aimed
no
at the yard.
Easy way for
This
the Oseans
was
to
a
reinforce
prison.
the continent.
This place looked like a
At
full-on
least not
base,
initially.
but half the tanker trucks were just big
It also
balloons,
doesn't help that
and the
all their
runways weren't
carriers
even
are
paved,
pretty much
just painted on the dirt. The whole place
out
was
of
just
action
one big
due to
fat lie.
damage,
The only
which
reason
means
I was
that their
here is 'cause
convoys
they
have
knew
no
I'd
air
restored a
cover.
supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought that they could park on the fake runway.
which means they'd have
Can
to
you believe
swing
that shit?
very
So,
wide in order
I tried to escape.
They're adding time and distance
They found out.
on each trip just to avoid
set
the
the
Erusian
dogs on
air
me.
net. Because while I don't think Euctibania would attack
Erusia has
Osean
made a
convoys, I
declaration
don't
with
think
Osean
they'd let them
Federation
fly
and all
over
countries
their
on the Eurasian
airspace
continent stationing the
or
IUIT
sail
task
through their
force.
waters.
We are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight.
You're going to be a little bit more specific about which war was previous.
Whoever has control
Are you talking
will
about the
have enormous
Circum-Pacific
influence
War,
over
the
entire
Continental
continent.
War,
We
the
cannot turn a blind eye to this
Ameria-Slovakia
critical
War?
situation. The Fort Grays Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads.
2019, I think the most
You are
recent
to
one
destroy
would be the
them.
Yes, it would
They
be
should
the
not pose much of a
Ameria-Slovakia, because
threat.
that was largely in
However,
2015.
there is a high
Circum-Pacific was
likelihood that the
2010.
attack will draw more enemy
So that
air
would
support.
be the next
If
most
that
recent.
happens, fight them off
But that
quickly and
wasn't
establish
on
air
Yusia,
superiority.
so why would it be a symbol of peace for Yusia? So Continental War, but Osea didn't have anything to do with that one. I'm just going to chalk it up to politicians being politicians. Alright, so this one we're going to take the SU-25 TM1 Frogfoot. Four figures could answer better than I could. Are you calling Sly a lorebeard? I mean, he is a raccoon, but... Yeah, this doesn't mean best discourse. Because I refer to him as the lore master. But no, I couldn't afford Ace at War 2019. It's basically retconning Osea to be involved in supporting ISAF. I mean, I guess it would make sense for ISAF to be supported monetarily through or from Osea. Maybe given weapons, but there were no Osean units during the Continental War.
Each squadron, sortie ASAP.
He'll hydrate. Alright, everybody drink.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
Especially since Harling was supposed to be president during the Continental War. Yeah, I could see Osean support from supplies and money.
Should be close.
I do not see them supplying or providing military support. Because again, it was the Harling administration. Lend-Lease come to mind. Yeah, I could see that.
It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun.
Take part in the dark blue discussion. Yeah, and I said that the dark blue story, I'm treating it like, because it blatantly contradicts pretty much everything else in established lore, including what was in the games. I am taking it as a Dragon Ball Z movie. It happened, but it didn't.
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
It is supplemental at best, meaning, like, I always take what happened in the games as pure canon. Supplemental stuff like Aces of War, that is secondary, and if it doesn't contradict what's in the games, it is canon. It happened in Sly Server. Yeah. That's exactly how the old Star Wars canon was. The 6 movies and the Clone Wars movie, because that was Lucas that did it, was hard canon. Everything else was tiered.
Target destroyed. Continue to engage
Yeah.
with discretion.
I didn't get much into the expanding universe in Trek, though. Like I did with Star Wars Legends.
We'll come. Here they come. Take them down.
Exactly.
Okay, recruits.
So the way I see Dark Blue, that little short story,
To our entire force via
I do not see it as canon, even though it came from Project Aces, because it directly contradicts the games. The games are the hard canon.
2 targets remaining.
destroy the target.
Everything else is tiered. I'm gonna have to agree with you. I did not like. There are a few things that Disney did that I did like. Rogue One was fantastic. I did like how they let the Clone Wars animated series continue.
Sometimes lose their lock on to their targets too.
From what I heard, Andor was pretty good. But as a big fan of Legends, especially the X-Wing series and that history, I'm not a fan of Disney's
There's one more to go.
trilogy. If they had went with the Thrawn trilogy for the sequel, I think it would have been a lot better. Hell, if they had had the Han, Luke, and Leia actually reunited for a scene in the DST, I think it would have been a lot better remembered. Yeah, but it wasn't the same Admiral Thrawn. I am not a fan of how a lot of Legends characters were translated into Disney. Like Wedge Antilles, for example. In Legends, he...
Clean up that last radar vehicle.
Yeah,
It's underway
I never watched Rebels, but I do know that in Rebels, Wedge was an Imperial before defecting. In Legends,
is in range
his
of guns.
parents were killed in by somebody who was under Imperial protection. You know, all good Imperials joined the rebellion. True, but the thing is that Wedge was never an Imperial. At all. He learned how to fly on his own. And, well, his teacher was Booster Tarek. As far as being Maria's fuck. I think Esvakian's actions attempting not just to conquer Mary, but also showing his nationality. It's more likely... Hold on, let me read this. But also destroying his nationality, both through media and suppression and through deliberate attacks on civilian infrastructure later on. It is more likely led to the IUN's establishment, or at least vast majority, its chartered laws of war prior to the Second Free Regent Uprising. Timeline, Nep. The Second Free Aruja Uprising happened in 2014. The Ameria-Slovakia War started at the tail end of 2014. But yeah, the generals of Slovakia were... I wouldn't say they were trying to destroy Ameria, they were trying to loot Ameria. So it would be that there is a difference. Yeah, they were trying to suppress any form of Amarian rebellion, but they never could. And partially because I think the Amarians were just that much of a resistance. Suppression is simply part of... This is true, it's part of an occupation. But I don't believe that the standard Slovakian grunt... Yeah, I don't think the Slovakians were trying to genocide the Amarians. They were trying to steal all of their shit. Excuse these chemical weapons on their cities. They were only going to use it on one, Grace Maria, and that was because the Amarians were getting too close too fast. That was a panic thing. That was never part of the original plan. But the average Slovakian, even soldier that we know of or have seen on screen, didn't really... They were more or less fighting for their country, not their leaders. So, do I think that the occupation was as effective as the generals would have wanted? Probably not. Because I don't think a lot of the Slovakians on the ground's hearts were in it. Yeah. So they're like, I'm just doing my job. So it's more of a... and that's probably also why the chemical weapons were thought up in the first place, because the generals knew that their boots on the ground in Grace Maria were not as loyal as they would have liked, because the boots on the ground was like, dude, I just want food. So yeah, no, that's probably why a big deciding factor into why Ameria did not invade or counter-invade Slovakia because one, they realized through POWs and Wojciech that no, the Slovakians were just doing their job, and they just wanted to go home. They wanted to. They just wanted a home. And two, the Amarians are probably way too altruistic to a fault. Like, Osea would have counter-invaded. Definitely. But Amarian, nah. They got their homeland back, and they're like... And SFOG's like, look, we're willing to surrender. Like, okay. We're just gonna go kill your generals up there because they're flinging shit into our city. That's okay? Yeah, go for it.
3 targets remaining.
Ow!
No, they're not linked to the radar vehicles. Launch manually. Redo the setup. Here's some feedback for those poor...
Yeah, one of the
Write your manual
big
in a language we can understand.
Esfaki names that disagreed almost openly with the war.
Launch preparations
Aila Pasternak.
whenever you're ready. Stand clear. 15
Yeah, I think you're right, Ned.
launch.
Counter-invasion wasn't really in the cards for Ameria in the first place. But it definitely helps that the average Slovakian did not, or was not a fan of the war in the
Multiple
first
bogeys on
place.
radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being
Oh, I
launched.
didn't spawn Jester? Oh, that sucks.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. The enemy has a move on you. Clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down.
That could be.
These drones
Yeah.
have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones. Golem 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out. It doesn't matter? He's saying the war can change in an instant. Get over it. Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning. Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
He escaped into the clouds.
Entering clouds.
The enemy knows what that's about it. Just chase him down and pull the trigger. I'm buying dinner for anyone who
Still
takes
feel
down an
the
enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
Water tickling the
You're
back of
doing
my
good.
throat.
Show up on the radar. Trigger, don't let them give you the runaround. Take them down one at a time.
1 to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
I'm glued to this one.
Go ahead and let the ads go through. Do not pop flares.
Once you hit one of
The
the
mission's
six
almost over.
clouds, don't let them out of your sights, even in the clouds.
There we go.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
This is definitely an ugly plane, but it makes sense. Stretch! It's a rugged ugly that I can respect. Like, it's not meant
You've
to
given us
look
air
good. It's
superiority
meant,
by destroying their radar.
it's meant to do damage. All right.
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including
Yeah, I see the
Oceania,
ads.
suffer major damage. The ships moored around
It's
the
actually a
space
good time
elevator
for 'em.
and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard.
Gunther Bay.
Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier Kestrel 2 was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Gray's Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support
And
squadrons.
here's where this long figure.
The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg,
Ah.
so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully.
I still think it's a
Right
wasted
from the start of the
opportunity
war,
that we could
the
be a
enemy has
naval
been
squadron.
deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne
I will
aircraft
never not
carrier, the
prefer
Arsenal Bird, carries this
naval
new drone,
combat,
MQ-101.
Ground combat.
The Ocean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal birds and dispatched them
Largely
to the space
because
station to provide support.
The ships can
However,
become
it's been
characters
reported
in
that
and
the
of
carriers may have
themselves.
fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us.
Like, I know it's stupid,
We need
but
to regain control of the
I
space
feel like
elevator ASAP.
ships actually have souls.
Good luck out there.
Not like they're not given souls when they're built, they're given souls through their crew. It's not stupid. It's called animism. But, like for example, when CV6 was laid down, or first laid down, she didn't really have a soul. After her first tour with her crew, she did. The crew gave her her soul. And the Enterprise that ended the war, let's just say that that was a stupid wind done wrong. And I kind of like to think that ships that have a direct lineage, their souls kind of reincarnate into them, like Yorktown and Hornet when they were respawned into Essex classes. I think that the original souls of Yorktown Hornet were reincarnated. Same with Enterprise going to CVN-65 and now into CVN-60 or 80. Yeah. I read fics every now and then. I even wrote one or two. But I'm still the impression that I think the carrier or the Ford class carriers that are going to be built after Enterprise, I don't like the idea of naming carriers after politicians at all. I think they should be named after legacy carrier names. We have plenty of them. So I would love it if the next two carriers in line after Enterprise were Yorktown and Hornet. The sisters reunited again. Capital ships are the states. Yeah, that used to be battleships. Carriers... Yeah, submarines should still be named after fish. I could see carriers or super carriers being named after states. They are the capital ships of their era. I would make exceptions for legacy carrier names like Enterprise. Enterprise is non-negotiable. The Navy always has to have an Enterprise. She's the flagship and the soul of the fleet. Cruisers, I think, should be named after cities. Destroyers can be named after people. Naval heroes. So, like, there's a Ford carrier named after Doris Miller. I totally agree that he should get a ship. He is a goddamn war hero. I don't believe it should be a carrier. I believe it should be a destroyer. In fact, the only person that I would say should have gotten a carrier named after them would have been Nimitz. Because of how well he implemented American carrier doctrine in World War II. The only other one I could make an exception for would be Eisenhower, because he's basically the Nimitz of Europe. Nimitz did get a boat, yeah. He got an entire class. He would be the exception. But, I don't think politicians should get carriers' names. I don't even think presidents should get ship names to begin with, because they're civilians. Now, if they served in the military, like Eisenhower, yeah, he could get a ship because he was a general. Kennedy was in the Navy. He could get a ship. Only time carriers be named with politicians said politicians notable. John F. Kennedy. We're in a significant war record, i.e. Eisenhower, Ulysses Grant. Yeah. I don't think Lincoln should have a ship, though, because he did not serve in the military. He was notable, yes, but I don't think he should get a ship. Washington could, because, again, before he was president, he was a general.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
No, Washington is like, I mean, the capital's named after him. A state is named after him.
Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position.
No, like Washington, there is no America without Washington.
100. Trigger. Maintain your current approach. Excellent work, Trigger.
Hatch, no carrier. Here, take off. I was trying to do a carrier plane for this one, but there are no carrier-borne attackers with long-range air-to-air missiles.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You
I
guys
also
will
think
arrive
we
right
should,
in the middle of the action.
because right now the Navy only has super carriers,
but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
light carriers, or also called amphibious assault ships,
Thank your lucky stars. Looking good,
destroyers, and a few
Trigger time to show these guys that we can win wild.
Ticonderoga class guided missile cruisers.
Hit one of them, stick
It is
one.
overworked and underequipped.
Let 'em out of your sights, even in the
I
clouds.
think we should bring back 2 classes of ships.
If you can't evade a missile, use chaff.
Frigates
Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G.
and
turret.
heavy cruisers, or battle cruisers. But I do think we need, like, the Alaska type ship. Does anybody know what the Alaska was? Not care if I-
Nice kill.
I could see Lincoln having, like, a cruiser. But I think we need a ship kind of like the Alaska. That's true. A heavy cruiser is an actual cruiser. A battle cruiser is a battleship with no armor.
Broken a sweat.
Seems to be crazy to pick a fight with us. A rabid dog would know better.
Missile incoming. Evade. Break.
What the hell?
Very
Caution, large aircraft is approaching. All
I
aircraft
think we do need to have... No armor. Fine, a cruiser with battleship guns. Yeah. I was thinking the Iowa class. Because that a fast battleship, not a traditional. But I do think we need a ship that not only has a fuck ton of missiles, but also a couple bigger guns. Larger than 5-inch, but I don't think we need 16-inch. Like, possibly 12-inch. But something that can park in a straight. The 8s could do it, yeah. And just park there. And keep it open just by, you know, blowing the crap out of anything. Range, guidance, and reloading. Well, range isn't a problem. If we, like, it depends upon how you use it. Like, I don't think it should be armed only with guns. It should have missiles, too. More missiles than, say, a Burke or even a Tycho. But it should have something bigger than a 5-incher. So if you, say, park it in a straight that is vital to international shipping, the gun could take care of threats to shipping that don't require a missile. Yeah, we need a cruiser, an actual cruiser. Nicola, the problem with that mindset of using Tomahawks for everything is Tomahawks be expensive. 8-inch shells be not. And World War II showed just how accurate radar-guided artillery can be. So, Tomahawks you use to strike at targets deep inland. Guns you use to keep a strait open.
Skeleton squadron is down. We've had too many losses.
Or to help with a shore bombardment.
Leave the operation area immediately. Save your chatter for the debriefing.
Tomahawks have been used. We've used the shit out of Tomahawks. It's just that they're very expensive to replace.
Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me.
I don't know.
Make any difference up
They've
here.
classified how our stockpiles. So they could be dry, they could be low. We don't know.
That a boy, Mage 2. Just keep firing. The longer it takes, the worse our odds of getting out of here are.
And also, reloading a gun is a lot easier than reloading a VLS-2. You actually have to go to port to reload a Tomahawk VLS-2 because it's a whole cell. You have to take out the cell from the ship and put a new one in.
Safe. Mage squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work.
Which is why relying on Burks is stupid, because they don't carry that many VLS tubes. We need a cruiser.
That's it, baby. Come to Puppy.
And Tychos, not to discount their service as Aegis ships, they are fantastic. But again, they just do not have the hull space to carry as many tubes as are required.
Treating aircrafts. Prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
They are bigger than destroyers. Yes, I know.
Gargoyle 1.
Tychos are technically guided missile cruisers, but they would be called. They would be considered light cruisers in World War II parlance. We need a heavy cruiser.
Just talk to me.
We need an Alaska.
30. Orange wingtips.
We don't need many of them,
Matching me move for move.
but maybe like one per carrier task force. But with current wars, actually justify that philosophy. Parking a big ship in the middle of a highly contested strait that is vital to the global trade. Yeah, I would say that. Because that's happening now. A big ship with guns and VLS tubes with adequate air cover. You could park that in the middle of any strait you want and keep it open.
Afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry.
And yeah, Astrid has brought up a point. There is likely going to be a major showdown that the Navy is going to have to be the front runners for.
I said what I had to say.
And it's going to be in the Pacific.
About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA.
Lame to have seen
That was the right decision at
alliance
the
on
time.
Perks. They
No,
written
I
in
shouldn't have
such
never let a
ways make
fledgling
Perks
like her
really
run my
replace
reach to
beliefs
begin
they
with.
fall the fuck apart, do whatever you say.
Golem Squadron.
Yeah.
Squadron. Withdraw.
Well, I blame it on the brass and the procurement office. Because everyone on the ground, well, on the boats themselves, are like, we need new boats. But it's the brass, they're like, no, it'll be fine. Also, Congress. Because they're the ones that dole out the funding. And Congress always gives the funding to the fucking Air Force.
Runway's clear. Mage 2,
Because they're bought and paid for by Lockheed and Boeing.
Mage 2, lower speed.
Hey, Gio.
3,000 to runway.
But yeah, no, the Navy desperately needs new hulls. And fast. Because China is building up. And we're not keeping up.
Mage 2, bank left.
Cells first, then the Air Force, and the rest of the military. Well, of course, yeah. Congress has to make sure they get their share of taxpayer money. They always need their cut. There was a...
Nicely done, Mage 2. I knew you'd be back.
There was a...
Apply for further orders. Be ready for your next sortie.
a political cartoon that I saw way back when, in the early 2000s, in the mid 2000s, where a kid was proudly declaring to their dad after, you know, watching like a mob movie, I want to be in organized crime when I grow up. And the dad just looks down from his newspaper and asks him, do you want to be private or public sector? And the headline of the paper was like Congress or congressional slush funds.
Unfortunately,
Or 1 trillion defense, and you want they spend more. No, I want them to stop spending it on the Air Force. They don't need the slice of the pie they get. The Navy needs it more. Also, that 1 trillion, I'm betting you at least between 25 to 50% of it gets skimmed off the top and goes in the hands of the Congressional Defense Committee, the politicians. And then the Navy and the Air Force administrations take their own cut. By the time that budget actually gets to somebody useful, it's a lot smaller than 1 trillion. Congressional corruption. Yay! All right. Take care, Astrid.
Here he comes.
Actually, I'm probably, during the cutscene, I'm probably going to grab a snack myself. Be right back.
Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many Gs he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing the stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Erusia's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Erusia lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Erusian princess rallying her people on the Erusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening.
Transparency laws, Gio. You
how
sweet
someone
summer
like
child.
could win the hearts and
Those would
minds
have
of
to get
soldiers and
approved
workers
by
alike.
Congress themselves.
When the princess said something, you could tell
I mean,
she
technically
was
we do
really
have
But
transparency
Lucia
laws in
having
the form
fun
of
with her
freedom,
speeches and
or like
that
FOIA,
made her seem even more charming.
Freedom of Information
You
Acts.
could say her charm was
but
like a virus.
yeah, no.
Whenever
That-
she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osia, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osia was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osia down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Erusia,
yeah,
I'm gonna build
just
one
not
that'll
very
really take
enforced
off.
very well. Yeah,
you
they're
can
not.
count on that.
Instead, we have government agency investigates
As
government.
proved by the failure
and
of our
finds that
previous
government
strategy,
did nothing
the
wrong.
Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osia's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian
Which is
forces.
why I consider government a necessary
However,
evil.
according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single
What are the
aircraft through the
circumstances?
network
I know
and
that
send in a
place.
rescue team soon after.
Keep in mind, Skykeeper is a Harling fanboy.
A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator.
Also,
However, our
the
reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the
files
southeastern
about
coast
the
of South
Rosgrees have not been released to the
so
public
we
yet.
can elude the enemy's
That wouldn't
observation.
be until 2020.
There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying
So,
through the clouds
Skykeeper
will enable
probably,
us to stay
and
hidden
the rest
from
of
their
the
radar.
country probably doesn't know that
If you
Blaze
happen
is
to be
anything other
detected
than
by
a
the
traitor.
radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot will head up this strategy as you, Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Alright. So for this one, we're going to take the War Duck.
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success
I'm
of this
okay
mission
with
depends
it.
on you. Good luck.
Like as an attacker, I prefer the A10. But for attacker runs only, it's kind of valuable in the fact that it has actual air-to-air weapons.
Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
Anything the ESC-34 should be designed around ESC-30 MKI. I don't know enough about flankers to really know what the MKI is.
Situation normal. Nothing sighted.
You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the
To me, flanker is flanker.
He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success,
Math is math.
he remained
6
on
a.m.s
the
are better than ACAs. That's for the drones. They don't
I'll do my best to
ACAs. Yeah, that's why.
Lend me a hand, Trigger.
That's why I typically don't like HCAAs much in the beginning. So a lot of the planes that have HCAAs, I found mods to give them 4 or 6 AAM. So, yeah. Oh, it's the Indian
Trigger, the
version.
first stage
Okay.
of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started.
No change.
Channel swapping HCAs versus
Radio
AAs.
silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving
I
shortly.
mean,
Destroy
in
the
base
anti-air
game,
around
sure,
the space
but
elevator.
in
We're
this,
securing Sea Goblin's landing zone.
no.
Locked. Mage 2, target destroyed.
Because mod says they go against ground too.
Mage 2, target down. Half of the SAM sites are down. Target destroyed. All SAM sites down.
Also, with parts, I can make the standard missiles better than the HCAs in general. So to me, it's
Half of the
a
anti-air
wasted
guns down.
SP weapon slot.
Sorry about the wait.
Yeah.
Cavalry's here. Column Squadron. Trigger jumped through
The funny thing is, when I added that mod in there, I didn't know it would turn my 4, 6, 8 AMs into ODMMs.
Sea Goblin will arrive shortly. Eliminate hostile anti-air before that. All anti-air guns destroyed. The landing zone is
But
secure.
thanks to
Sea Goblin, you are clear to land.
multiplayer parts in campaign mod, my standard missiles are better than QAMs.
Container-launched UAVs.
Like, they're almost as good as Ace 4 QAMs. That's how good they are. So, QAM and HCAA slots are kind of redundant.
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless.
The only thing that HCA offers for me is their fast reload.
You're on the home stretch.
Gargoyle will stand by near the space elevator.
Sea Goblin, heading over to the Express's location now.
Now in vanilla game, HCAAs are better in than the multi-locks
Target destroyed.
in like duels, or where there's not a where you don't need to thin the herd. Especially if you're quick on the target switch. I am not. So, I know a lot of people will swear by HCAs for unexpected visitor. I can't do that. I have to have my multi-locks. Because I am not that fast on the trigger.
UAVs approaching the space elevator. Stop it. That's about half. Mop up the rest.
Express identified. Behind the gantry crane. Mr. Hurley, they're right there.
So again, for me personally, HCAA is a very situational weapon that more often than not feels like a wasted SP weapon slot.
That was thermobaric. Rocket!
That could have gone to either a multi-lock, a SAM, HVAA, or LAAM for long range, or QAM is better against for duels because with the right parts they will continue to chase where long after the HCA doesn't.
I can't get away. We found an Norwegian transport craft. Its engines are on.
I heard you were in the Air Force.
Better than Mr. Hurley.
It'll do. One remaining. All squadrons be advised. The call sign is Mother Goose 1. I've sent the information via the data link.
Mother Goose 1? That's the best you can come up with?
Now, again, it's up to a preference.
All UAVs have been splashed.
And if
All aircraft
using
on resident
HCAA
arms ready to
is
take off.
best for you, gets you the best scores, hey, go for it, man. That's the best part about Ace Combat is the devs give you the tools. It's up to you to make it work. And if you can make it work, more power to you.
Mage Squadron,
It
Mother Goose
just
1 is heading south. Provide support.
remember that what works for you doesn't necessarily work for others.
Skykeeper, bogeys on my radar. Bearing 220.
By a
Sighting
few
confirmed as an
folks to
MQ-101,
Johnson,
forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
share the same
Big
VA.
Bird is coming.
Yeah,
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1.
I knew it
Shoot
wasn't the
UAVs.
same because the names are different,
Intercept the UAVs.
but
One will kill.
I figured they might be
I'll tell you
related.
a lot about those a-holes. Column 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain
But
distance.
that voice actor also does Sorcerer 1, Anthony Palmer. Also, welcome Amadeus.
Mage 2, missile launch. Enemy UAV down. Keep up the good work.
Roger.
Yeah, he, along with Steve Bloom, have a very long history of working with Bandai projects.
Mother Goose 1, UAV on your tail.
Their most famous work together is probably Cowboy Bebop.
Understood. An arsenal bird is on its way.
For Bebop.
Strategic AI chose Lucy over Justice. Courses have already changed.
With Bloom obviously being Spike Spiegel and Bo Billingsley being Jet Black, the owner of the Bebop.
Gargoyle, change radio frequency.
Enemy UAV down. Great job.
Gargoyle, it's time. Attention, Gargoyle Squadron, Babel, Babel, Babel.
3 minutes remain.
Gargoyle 3 to Babel. Babel, roger.
Yeah, you guys might be wondering why the Bombcat isn't going to be featured in this list. Well, that's because the mod author actually classifies it as a multi-role.
What the hell was that?
So, yeah,
Did their job.
I figured, but why weren't we informed? The IU
it'll be in the multi-role only. Just
as usual.
Gargoyle Squadron, report. HQ, one hit was scored. The rest were intercepted by UAVs. The elevators
yeah,
took a scratch.
there are a lot of
Roger. Continue to maintain
times that Ace Combat misclassifies multi-roles as attackers. Like the sheer amount of times that they've done it to the Mud Hen
Mage Squadron.
and the Viper Zero.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. Cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Don't worry about that. Just sit up this way. I'm sorry. Get Mr. Harley. Please.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course.
It'd be better if it's Snow. Rise. Do you want Snow to die though?
Thanks for the help, Trigger. Glad you're here.
Because
Mother Goose 1 is
Colonel
terminated.
Johnson
What's going
just
on?
died.
They're heading to the space elevator.
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's at control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1.
So it's running.
respond.
Yeah,
Mr.
but that one
Harling,
actually
please respond.
makes
We can't
narrative
protect our objective if it
sense.
sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out.
But would you want
Still
to
got work to do.
add
Let's do it. Keep your mind
add
focused.
swordsman to it as well?
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take him down now, Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining. Mother Goose 1, turn 180 degrees and exit combat airspace. Mother Goose...
Well, there's your problem. They were in an Osprey.
Oh my God. Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
2019.
Where'd the
Huh.
missile come from?
Mage 2 fired that.
It was Ocean. A friendly missile hit him.
Verifying the situation. Stop speculating. Friendly fire. I saw it. Mother Goose 1 exploded in air. No one could have survived.
Looks like it tried to protect the elevator. The Rusian bastards, they just killed a hero.
Mage 1. Was it Trigger? Trigger was the closest. UAVs were crawling
Forget about
all
the
over our
closest.
object. I told you to keep a goddamn eye in the hatchling. It must have been a mistake.
Arsenal bird is entering. All aircraft withdraw immediately. Trigger, you can't fly for a wire. You understand?
The operation to rescue former President Harling has failed. Sadly, there is no hope he survived. Trigger, you are suspected of assassinating a former president. There will be an inquiry. There will most probably be a court-martial.
Usually your wingman was the only person in the game who said you didn't do it. Trigger did nothing wrong. Yep, Trigger did nothing wrong. And that kind of makes me wish that Clown showed back up in Lighthouse. Because that way we could have had lines like some along the lines of, I knew you didn't do it. Or just acknowledging how proud he is of the growth we've had.
Bad news for us here at the prison. The enemy fell for our decoy base. With all the fake planes and trucks we
Although to be fair,
must have looked to them like the Ocean Air Force was about to attack.
Ocean Command apparently
Day after day after
didn't
day
think
after day they bombed
Trigger
us.
did it either.
Ocean didn't give a damn. We weren't soldiers to them.
Because it was
Go
the
ahead,
IUN that
bomb us.
convicted,
In their eyes, we were expendable.
not Osea.
Worth less than the fake planes in the bunkers. No biggie.
And Osea
Well, I made
eventually
fake planes, they
gave
had to
him
put
a
together
full
some
pardon.
working ones. Then some genius at HQ decided we should send it up so the base looked legit. Thankfully, we had people to crew them. It didn't matter what we were locked up here for anymore. Top brass needed pilots, and criminals were all they had. A crook, a gambler, an anarchist. Just your typical lowlifes. They threw each one of them in a cockpit and sent them up to intercept the enemy's
doing
planes.
dirty
But in
things.
the end, it was all
Yeah.
just for show. So, up they went, day after day after day. Today they tossed someone new into the mix.
Well, I know in
Wonder what
those
he did to get sent
that went up,
there.
that was Count and
My dad
Tabloid. I
died
don't know.
fighting for the
That
Ocean
might have been
Air
full
Force.
band. The other
When
one.
your allies are surrounded, one of the
So like
most
the plead
dangerous
guilty
missions
explanation
is giving
is it
them
makes
cover
most
to
sense
retreat.
with the time frame.
Whoever
between
signed
the
up
two
for that
missions.
was a real hero.
Trigger wouldn't have
Even
pled
more
guilty.
dangerous than that
Why would he
was
plead
being the one
guilty?
who had to cover the rear guard's retreat.
He didn't do it. He knows he didn't do it.
That was my dad's job. And one time, he called it off. Said it was too late for him. Said anyone
The
else would have
IUN
done the same.
used him as a scapegoat
I found that out from a war buddy of his.
so
who
that
came to tell
Osea
me how my
wouldn't,
dad
you know,
died. The next time a
do
retreat
bad
happened,
things to them.
My dad volunteered to be in the rear guard.
That's text.
Dumbass.
Sounds so weird out of context. Yeah,
He
it
died
would.
all right. No
Um,
one came to help.
but no,
The news nearly broke me.
Osea,
Of all the
when
ways to get
Trigger
killed,
got
that's gotta be the
thrown
most
back
pathetic
to
one ever.
Osea
Am I
in
right?
chains,
There's a rumor going
Osea
around about
knew
another
that,
inmate, the guy they brought here a little while ago.
frankly, Jones does not
Get
matter
this,
who's guilty or
talking
not.
to
Someone
cell
has
block
to hang.
says he was sent
Yeah,
here 'cause he killed
that is
Paladin,
exactly what the
the
ION was
president of
thinking.
Osea during the last war, remember?
Feeling so
He's
ashamed
the
that he
one
couldn't
that
protect
sent my
Harling
dad
and
on
I
that
felt sorry.
suicide mission. He's the reason I had to go live with my grandpa.
I don't know
And why me
that
and Gramps started building a secret
Trigger
base
has
there.
the connection to
He's the reason I
Harling
ended up here.
that necessary
Maybe I should give that guy
to
a
feel
thank you
that
for
he'd be
killing me.
ashamed.
Nah.
Especially since he knows it wasn't his missile that did it. You can see a second missile trail coming from behind him 1 o'clock high. No, Trigger does not admit guilt because he knows he didn't do it. He would be pissed that he couldn't save him. Yes, I agree with that part.
International Union Peacekeeping Forces court-martial.
But no, he would not say he's guilty.
Harling in the flesh.
He was definitely railroaded.
Now, as of today, he may be
and
attached to the Ocean Air Force.
I
base
think what
located
Osea
in
did was they put him in the 444.
It's just some symbolic bullshit.
I
Doesn't really
think it's
matter if he's Harling's murderer or not. Every last one of you has been incarcerated for one reason or another. You cons have an obligation.
Yeah, I think
to
High
resolve
Roller
your
is
crimes.
also in an F-18.
A few of you in the penal.
Yeah, the
unit
only
are fine, and HQ needs to plug the deficit in our Air Force.
spares that are in unique aircraft
You guys on a reconnaissance
are
mission
Trigger,
to Apollo Mountains.
would be the F-16.
But that idea was flat out rejected. Nope.
Count,
You'll be
which would have been
atoning
the
for your crimes
Su-33.
right here at this base. This base is a decoy designed to draw enemy
Tabloid
fire.
in the Mirage,
As members of this base, you'll be taking hits from the
and
This will allow
Champ,
our forces
MiG-29.
to safely prepare a counterattack.
Full Band and High Roller use
Switch off that
the
alarm.
F-18.
It's just the usual.
He goes
I
down.
thought Zapland was
Oh,
supposed
he.
to be an isolated
Okay, I don't
area.
know. I never
Okay.
pay attention.
I'm gonna need a few aircraft to scramble.
But I know that most of the spare NPCs use Hornets. But now, Osea probably threw Trigger into the 444 because they knew he could fly still. They didn't. They probably actually did check his gun camera
We'll start with Harling's murderer.
and realized, no, he's innocent. But the paperwork to free him and pardon him would take a while.
Think that we've got an active base here.
So, like, toss him in there. He could be of use. And we'll free him when we get a chance. Because we're, fighting a war. Anyway, for this one, we're actually going to go with the XR302. With the pulse lasers. Scroll on anything a couple months later. It'd be a few months, I think. I don't know quite offhand. Because the Lighthouse War lasts the better part of 2019. With Farbanti being September 19th. So a couple months for a month or two for a legal proceeding to finally take or make its way through the process. Yeah, no, that tracks.
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
Especially with the war on.
Follow orders, Trigger. Taxi to the runway now. Check your altimeter and wait in front of the runway.
Control, would you kindly send me up first?
Blow the
Spare
NASA's
eight,
gun the answer.
Champ.
I know, right? It looks like a space shuttle.
You're not cleared for takeoff. Obey orders. Go to
It
hell.
came with the mod. The mod is the End of Deception mod. It has the Ace X fictionals aside from the Fenrir, and it's done by Megalith
Call sign
Ace.
is Spare 15. Consider it your prisoner.
Okay,
to
so
the
you know
air.
about it.
Commencing deception and
Yeah, I love End of Deception.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now. My blood's boiling! Spare 15, takeoff confirmed. Altitude restriction lifted. Go.
So, no missiles again. The FCS is locked.
Damn, you're good.
Let's make this more interesting. Prisoners use nothing without supervision. Not even a pencil.
Here comes
Look at my pulse laser count.
He shot 2 missiles
3,000.
between old Harling's eyes.
Always in the know, aren't you?
In this war, intel is a life or death matter.
Settle down. Excited to have another murderer with you?
Yeah!
This is Bandog. Spare 15, I'm handling surveillance. The bombers that attacked the runway are coming back for another round. I know it's just a dummy runway.
Well, technically this is the prototype of the Fregata, but yeah, no, the Fregata is fast. It's actually faster than the MiG-31, even in Ace Combat X, if you equip it with the Hydra engine, because it has 4 engines!
Area will be shot down. You hear me?
Righto.
And they're thrust vectoring, so it can do post stalls.
Spare 15, work off your crimes. You enjoy flying on launch, Trigger? Spare 15, you're too far away. No time for sightseeing.
Look at them, blowing up a bunch of paper planes. The enemy seems to think our Air Force is concentrated on this base. Everything on the ground is fake. Can't the enemy see that? Is
So it
that
doesn't look
convincing?
like it's experiment research aircraft and I have fun on.
Hey, what's with all the
I mean, it's smaller, but it's the same general shape,
Not
just
let the enemy get closer. Are you trying to
canards.
kill me?
Shall I order them to shoot down all? Commander McKenzie? Damn it! Spare squadron, listen up. Shoot down everything.
I mean, it's not an
carrying
exact
bombs. Weapons free. You're clear to engage.
one-to-one,
Show no
but
mercy.
you know.
After reading the odds, wanna bet which one of us gets the first kill trigger? Starts.
This is the beast.
Count's going for
That would be me.
You die.
All right, I'm assuming command. All aircraft support me. Who's gonna dance to your line too? I'll show you all how it's done.
On my target. Letting her in.
Another miss.
Stalls are fairly easy though.
Finish the job and let's get out. Evading. Acting on the person.
Spare 15, bandit splashed.
Trigger, keep an eye on your head count. We can compare later. Yeah, I'm betting that report will get dressed up real pretty.
Radar pinged. Incoming hostile group detected. Take care of them.
Righto.
A bomber's at high altitude. Stop watching your own asses and look up.
Feel like a Star
Head
Wars
to the next
fighter.
target.
Allow me to educate you. In this unit,
Yeah,
you can
Kati
detail
and our
marks and scratches.
Asset count
More
starts out
scratches,
as
the more heinous the
and how
crime.
much he softens
They're called
since the time of the
sin
LRSG. Yeah,
You have 3 scratches, right, Trigger? Well, you
a
are.
lot of that comes thanks to Wiseman, both in his training and in his death.
Wow, look at Trigger.
Also, gaining a crush on Hujin probably helps.
Sorry, but I'm gonna get the top score again. Only because kills are self-reported.
Basically, in the LRSSG, he learned to care about others.
Dressed up for nothing.
Enemy missile detected. Evading.
I feel like trigger maybe. Probably.
At least he's decent at what he's famous for. I wouldn't go that far. Targets that slow aren't a challenge. Don't let it go to your head, murderer.
Just by example.
Multiple bandits inbound.
But let's not discount the effect that the other members of the LRSSG had on him too.
Squadron leader.
Because Trigger doesn't really do anything different in the LRSSG that he didn't do in Spare.
Don't get shut down now. I got good money riding on your survival. Some guys have got big money riding on you going down, so watch your back.
Spare 7, shut up. You don't need a yap to pull the trigger.
They're coming around with their guns.
Bet he killed Harling with his guns too. This is a pretty nice ride. It's been serviced pretty good. Can't believe these seem to be scrap. Just what kind of magic does she have up her sleeves anyway? I don't know what her problem is. Acting like she's royalty or something. That's because she's the scrap queen. Queen? More like a bad-tempered tomboy.
comrades.
They're welcome to try and stop me. This is my fun.
The targets are still active. Keep up the attack.
What the hell are you doing?
Saving your pathetic life.
Maintain silence for the moment. 2 targets remaining.
Why in the world would someone make a squadron of convicts? Gotta be some kind of reason. The papier-mâché strategy at the base seems to be doing the trick. Guess every man and his dog has an idea how to end the war.
Spare 15, what the hell are you doing? Attack!
I am doing my job.
Spare 15, stay within the operation area. The last escort is down. The bombers are ripe for the picking. Looks like we get to go home early today, gentlemen.
I love this job. Trigger does all the work. Count is the match for Harling's murderer.
1 bandit left. Take him down now.
First come, first serve.
Well, looks like you didn't arrive fast enough, Count, because
Still alive, Harling's murderer?
I was served first.
Cut the chatter, Spare Squadron. Mission complete. RTB. Trigger's still with us.
I love pulse lasers. They're so
Spare
much
7,
fun.
What happens if the one you've bet on dies while landing?
It really does make you feel like
So what? You're not done?
Star Wars.
Just checking.
Forgot him.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. Make your landing check. We don't want a wreck blocking the runway. Spare 15,
Tabloids ran
you have
the
permission
sketch
to land.
face.
Wind conditions are
Why on earth would they give a bunch of fighter jets to a
3,000
bunch of
meters.
convicts?
too fast. Lower your airspeed.
Well,
Bank
I
left.
can tell you why, Nep. The same reason why Aruja's using primarily drone fighters. They need things to fly the aircraft. And it's not until about the LRSSG arc
Stand by for your next sortie.
that
I lost a lot of money for that.
reinforcements from the
Don't
continent or from the mainland can finally
Spare 15, the runway's
make
free.
it to
You have
Usha.
permission to take off. Go now. Spare 15, takeoff confirmed. Altitude restriction.
So,
Go.
instead of using drones,
So no missiles again. The
they
LCS
used
is
convicts as expendable
good. Let's make this more
units, as irregulars. And they just kind of threw them up against the Erusian drone net, trying to find holes for the regulars
Did
to
I
go
say
through.
you could take down the enemy? Throw anyone who disobeys into solitary.
Is it a questionable tactic? Extremely. But you go to war with the army you have, not the army you want. You live. Yay, you live.
Mihai's granddaughters liked to keep to themselves mostly. They were well behaved and possessed a sort of quiet elegance. From time to time, I'd catch myself looking at them, wondering what they were talking about. I'm sure everyone on the base did the same. They were such enthralling creatures.
He sounds so creepy
Every
when he
night,
says
a
that.
crowd would gather around Mihai. They were the men tasked with guarding him in the air. Their jackets all bore the same patch, a relic from a nation that was long gone. Decades ago, during the Age of Expansion, the Kingdom of Erusia absorbed many countries.
Alright.
Theirs was one of them. Mihai asked them,
So I
Yet
think
what is
things
a
are all
nation?
extremely
Can we
outdated
actually
language.
see the physical
Yeah, the
lines
F1
that
of
divide
course.
one from another?
The Starfighter,
People of my generation
MiG
can no
21,
longer speak
the
language of
Mirage,
command.
Su-33, MiG-29, and the Hornets.
What they're saying to me.
And F-16.
Mihai didn't say a word after that. His scarred face betrayed no emotion. He didn't get those.
Not only were they older planes, but they were also junk planes. They were cobbled together, just like being held together with WD-40 duct tape and a prayer.
When he was young, he was the heir to the Grand Duchy of Shalagi. Then, revolution broke out among his people. Mihai was betrayed by a close friend who pointed a gun at his face and pulled the trigger.
Eventually,
the revolution was successful, but the new country that sprang from
yeah.
it was annexed by the
certainly has all the fucking names for it.
The Erusian royal family allowed Mihai's family to retain their title and noble standing in the new kingdom.
It reminds me of another
by signing up
long-titled
like an ordinary Erusian citizen.
character.
He was then accepted into the Air Force Academy by order of the king. Mihai soon became an ace pilot. When the royal family was ousted and Erusia became a republic, he continued his service for the new regime.
And that character is Valentinas Alcalena Sifais.
Soon flourished.
Sish
One day, a classmate of
I
Mihai's
can't pronounce it.
granddaughter visited.
Sikra Borhertz.
I noticed
Gum
Rose emblem.
Bigol Biblia Blues Strivati Trilinton Pierre Andre Charton Hemos Ivanacci
Laughed like a princess.
Biladus
And I
George
found out
Deutzel
later
Kaiser
she was
III.
indeed the daughter of Erusia's new ruler.
You might better know him as Vash
She
the
was
Stampede.
connection to the royal bloodline everyone was looking for, the one to restore the monarchy.
Son of insert
This
laundry
new
list of
princess
names
was
here.
truly a
Yep.
godsend for the Erusian people. If Mihai's granddaughters were like the moon, she was like the sun, around which everything seemed to orbit. Her face was so expressive. It's no wonder the people of this war-torn country instantly felt at ease when they saw her speeches.
Glad I felt the comment because I. Yeah, as soon as Floof heard that, or heard all of Mihai's names, he immediately started saying Vash's full name. Like, God damn it, Floof.
Angelic. I wonder how Mihai felt about all of this. It was my job to research his neurological data, after all.
But he can actually
I wish I
pronounce
could
it.
Figure him out. Whatever his feelings were about losing his homeland, he kept hidden, even from me.
Amadeus, I hope you don't expect me to read that. Because there is no way in hell I can read the Romanji enough to pronounce it.
Your mission.
I'm
to
assuming
atone for your
that's
crimes by
Romanji.
attracting the enemy's attention.
aka Japanese, that's
First,
using.
I want you to head from the base
Okay.
to the desert region of Roca-Roja to the northwest. And then second, you will attack the large Erusian base there. We've been unable to verify that base's
Okay.
ability to deal with fighters. You will attack and provoke the enemy into revealing their AA strategy. Get them to fire at you as much as you can. That way, we can confirm where they're firing from. Then it's a case of sending in a regular force to clean them out. For this mission, we
Sam,
prepared a
I've only
frontline
got
base that
one
can be used for ammo replenishment and aircraft
mission
repairs.
for this
However,
next
this
aircraft.
is not for you guys. Only the regular force has permission to use it. Even if you run out of ammo, don't forget that
The
you're just
iconic
equals.
attacker, the
You stay
A-10,
out
is
there
only
as
getting one
targets
mission
for the
in this
enemy.
whole run. In my defense, the A-10 in this game is just not that great because of the missions. There's just too much emphasis on air-to-air. The A4 will be used. I don't know if in this episode, but I've got the A4 down for 2 missions. Cape Rainy, because the canyon, and Last Hope, because the buildings.
Aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Although, I don't know if NEP will care. I know Fusion's not that big a fan of the weapon I'm bringing in, but
All aircraft spread out and attack.
there was a mod that gave the A10 the FAB, and another mod that stacks that gives the FAB, or turns it into the SWEB.
First. If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target. You're hitting 3 locations. Some have air power, so their threat levels vary. Think of the best way to rob them of their ability to respond. Use those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast, you won't even be useful as targets.
SWEB came from A6? No, that's the FAB.
Transport truck spotted. Not a threat.
It just has the same range as the shockwave bomb. But the shockwave part came from A6. Chromatic Orb. I actually prefer the shockwave bomb to the shock missile because you actually do have to get in relatively close to get to it. Or to use it. It's not like you can just stay back at the return line, just cast non-magic missile at 10th level. Yeah, the FAB, though, it does struggle against heavily armored targets, though. The SWEB doesn't. Like, it will not one-shot tank commanders. And it won't one-shot battleships, carriers, or Aegis cruisers.
This stuff isn't for you guys. Let's be honest here. Regulars like us are allowed to resupply. But in your heart, you want us to smash that base. Am I off? You're gonna wish this mission never ended. Looks like Bad Dog's finally come around. You're giving me another shot? Must be my lucky day. The enemy base is divided into 3 sections. You did nothing more than destroy just one of them. Why are you acting like some big shot, Count? Trigger's the one who did most of the work. Why are you so proud of that, full band? New blips on my radar. Get after him. This is Sparrow.
Be not!
Damn it, we can't do this from the sky. We need ground troops. Sparrow 11, just do your job. Just give us a bomb big enough to blow the
Be the ground troop, tabloid.
Trigger destroyed the enemy facility while everyone else was
I think I blew up the Grippins inside the tunnel.
Trigger crashed. Truly an idiot.
Disappear.
Locked on target. Check your 6.
Away with you.
Spare 15, Bandit is down.
Want to see a magic trick? I can make this entire base disappear. Ta-da! It's magic.
Spare 15, missile. Nothing but trouble this mission, I'm afraid.
I did like The Dark Knight. Wasn't much of a fan of The Dark Knight Rises because I don't think that's how Batman would have, like, ended. But The Dark Knight was great. I like that. Worse for the enemy planes than to have a 30mm ADPU hitting their engines. Depleted uranium.
Enemy in gun range.
I won't miss again.
Locked on.
Fox 2.
Bandit acquired. Initiating attack.
Missile away. You've done a fair amount of work to their ground units, but I see some of you still have ammo. Continue with the attack. Keep yourself nice and exposed till I say otherwise. Enemy base is crippled. That's enough. Go find some enemies that can kill you.
You really are good at murdering people, Trigger. Too easy for someone who's used to killing presidents. Ex-presidents.
Didn't kill him. And it's war. They knew the risks. They could have surrendered anytime.
I know the base commander makes a big deal whenever a new mission comes in, but it's just one after another. Like that was the plan all along or something. Battle doctrines. Something happens, they tell you what to do next. Osea has one. It probably says where and when pawns like us will die. You mean they already know the next
I think there's only one person in the entire war that Trigger would not accept the surrender of. And that'd be Mihai.
In solitary.
What about Torres? Torres never actually surrendered, so...
bribe is all you need to look into a terminal. It's amazing how many people write their password on a note by their desk. Gathering intel is all about getting access. Trigger's destroyed all the trucks.
And that was contained,
Well,
too.
targets. They're in one hell of a place.
Killed my friend, you son of a bitch.
Trigger's taken out one of the AA guns.
Don't worry about crashing. Worry about your sins.
Are you freelancing as a priest now as well as a jailer?
He'd probably go, this is for Brownie. This is for Wiseman.
Never thought I'd say this.
And this was for Tabloid.
Congratulations from the guard dog, untouched.
Don't make
I
me
think
take it back.
Torres
We'll eradicate
turned
the
his
rest
head
of
on
them.
me. And this one's for me. Actually, Tabloid didn't die when we fought him, or when we fought Mihai last, so never mind. I don't think he would care about Champ, though. Oh, justice for Tabloid, Astrid. Justice for Tabloid. He should not have died on the ground. He did die to drones. Tabloid didn't die to drones, necessarily. He died to a structural collapse.
Okay. All that's left below you is piles
Unless
of
it
rubble.
was the drones that caused the collapse.
Let's see if they can't
Okay,
get
fair
you this
enough.
time.
But they literally dropped a bridge on him. Tabloid deserved much better. So yeah, this is as close as I can get to an A6 level A10. Doth thou approve? Thunk.
Aircraft approaching at high speed, bearing 280.
Yay, it's the drones.
Drones.
These must be the infamous drones.
They can dogfight without pilots?
Machines are not replacing humans.
Calm down. They're just obstacles in your way. Don't forget your original mission.
It's bad enough just dealing with the surface. Damn.
I forget scorching rays. You mean like fireballs? I would say the pulse. Oh, the RCO back. I wish it could. Telling out for the fans. Another one? All right, hold on. Give me a second. I already spawned and killed Kitten, so yeah, I can go through the tunnel again. Let me kill this one guy. Or drone, whatever. Alright, where is it?
Don't push your pants over one aircraft being down.
There it is.
Damn, these guys are agile. What happens to a bet when the banker's out? Another bet down. There's no point. Retreat.
Follow your orders. Continue the operation. Deserters will be punished.
This isn't even a fight. You want to lose all your pilots?
Shut up.
Try to stop me. I'm getting behind Trigger. Stick with the best if you want to survive. If anyone wants to die, let them. Poor decision on your part. I've still got top score.
There, tunnel run.
Man, you're useless. Everyone knows who played your numbers. Nice job, Trigger. That's fine. I've shut down 6.
Oh shit. We're still on 2.
Hey, are you sure your radar's working right?
Count, you're also in a fighter.
Engage or
I think the drone did follow me through the tunnel.
You'll pay for this.
I'm in an attacker, there, Count. And you're in a fighter, and I am still outscoring you in air-to-air kills. You should be ashamed of yourself. This maneuver costs us 45% damage. It's worth it.
Cleaning up. 10 crabs down. Is Trigger still alive?
In position behind Bandit.
3 minutes remaining.
Attack didn't connect.
Never turn your back on the enemy.
Missile evaded.
The drone wanted to understand the enemy.
Trigger, they have a lock on you.
I know they do. Because no one's clearing my tail. The feeling when you out dogfight an F-16 in a bird.
New blip on radar. Shoot down anything that interferes with your
Feels
mission.
icky. Not if you're the A10 driver. If you're the A10 driver, it feels great.
2 minutes remaining.
Ads, etc. Go ahead and let him play. We're almost done. Because I think there's a pretty decent cutscene in between this and the next mission.
Spare 15 locked. UAV down.
All right, Nicola, take care. Probably gonna do one more mission anyway.
Spare 11. Stop counting and start attacking.
15-0 count.
Real battle begin.
What's your excuse this time?
Fox 2, Fox 2. Missed
Two.
target.
Oh, yeah, whatever. That's right, those were confirmed by Bandog.
UAVs remain. Three UAVs remain.
We got this.
Do I get it? Yes!
One UAV remains. This is it.
Oh, I thought there was. Okay, damn it. Well, that's 19 or 20 to 2.
Operation is complete. Head back. The bastards who flew off are going to wish
Sucks
they
for
were
you,
never
Count.
born. You guys get a pass.
Damn right.
And getting all but one of the drones in an A-10,
Hey, who wants to bet who goes into solitary?
I say that's some pretty damn
That's
good
what
work.
that gambling nutjob would say if he was still here.
Where's your sense of humor, guys? Your buddy's making a joke. Laugh already.
Okay, we'll do one more aircraft. Or one more
Some
mission.
welcome.
Instead of left.
All aircraft, spread out and attack.
We're clear to attack, right? I heard the regular forces were gonna clean things up.
It's just like before. We blow the shit out of everything.
Sharp as attack, aren't you, Spare 8? Regular forces can reduce losses if you tenderize the base
Bye,
first.
Steve, no.
If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target.
Maybe Bantab's doing a solitary.
You lost planes, but the mission succeeded. However, some of you crossed the return line for supplies and for repairs.
I didn't.
This will result in solitary. Take them.
First contact.
You know, I've received a medal for my ingenuity in finding a use for you cons. But just remember, if you disobey orders, there's a special place in solitary confinement for you. Your so-called right to complain was forfeited the moment you chose to break the law. Okay then, go make yourselves useful. An Osean Air Force squadron is currently entering Erusian territory for reconnaissance. Due to certain factors, their return route has been changed. The new return route will be through Yinshi Valley, a scenic and rocky karst area. The enemy's radar facilities and anti-aircraft weapons hidden on the mountainside pose a serious threat. Your mission is to destroy them and get our guys out in one piece, even if it puts your own lives in danger. And it is important to remember, they will send up interceptors if you're detected. So you will need to choose something useful in a dogfight. The weather won't be on your side, but you're doing this whether you like it or not. Worry about the squadron's return route, not your own. Your mission is to get them back safely, which I think is the perfect punishment for your crimes.
Okay, so for our final mission for today, I think we're actually going to be doing our second add-on. Yeah, second add-on. The Yak 141. I also don't have that add-on installed. I like this livery for the Tornado.
Aircraft preparations complete.
Yeah, I only have a small
Clear to
fraction of the
taxi.
available add-ons installed just because I don't want to overtax my poor laptop.
Spare Squadron, this mission needs to be quick. Target radar facilities and AA weaponry. They're set up on a rugged terrain, and there's a lot of cloud cover. You will be near thunderclouds. Man, you guys were born unlucky.
Wait, who's the dumbass who came up with this batshit plan?
Just obey orders.
Air Force Force Base 444 Squadron. This is Cyclops 1. The Cyclops and Strider squadrons currently contain 7 aircraft. Stand by. We'll be arriving shortly.
Understood.
We're low on ammunition. It'll be hard to take on hostiles. We'll have to rely on you guys to make it home.
Cyclops 1, this is Bandog. We need the job done on time.
Bandog? Cool name. Nice working with you, Mr. Guard Dog.
The terrain makes the airstream bumpy. Don't damage those planes.
I've never flown this close to a mountain. Missile. Missile.
Missile inbound. Evade.
Missile.
The enemy's gunning for me.
Missile. Missile.
They're fighting between the columns.
Watch out for ice while you're in there.
Missile. Missile.
Visibility low.
Destruction of target facility is confirmed.
Missile.
Crosswind's gonna slam us into the rock.
It's blowing me off course.
Spare 15 target destroyed.
The regular force's secret reconnaissance plane is deep inside Erusea?
They're investigating the ruins. That's all I know. You sure found out quick. They got a secret weapon, maybe? There's only so much I can find out.
Enough talk.
Radar's working! We're under attack!
Spare 15
Don't wait
enemies
for
got a
interceptors! Use missiles!
Missile. 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 Missile.
Are you telling us we have to dodge lightning?
Just weave through the lightning. What are you, nuts?
Missile coming! I can't evade it!
Missile. 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 Missile.
Careful. Don't crash into the mountains.
And unless you have a death wish, watch your altitude. Spare 15 locked on. Destruction of target confirmed. I'm surprised you survived. Looks like we got someone in our squadron who can see through clouds.
This mission is crazy. All our commander thinks about is looking good for the general staff office.
Mission doesn't require you to talk. Use your head as well as your hands.
Righto.
Maybe that's why Bandog likes
Sam
Trigger.
sights down.
Trigger doesn't talk
Destroying radar facilities.
and does the job.
No smash on their own.
Hostile down.
Caution. Pull up.
All targets destroyed, no complaints here.
Caution. Bandits inbound. Here come the UAVs.
We might have crossed the line.
There they are.
Leave this one to our friends.
Wish we'd used that hole to get home too.
Trigger doesn't talk. More like he doesn't complain on his phone.
Things don't always go perfectly.
Yeah, but multiple characters have stated that Trigger doesn't talk much. So it is canonical that he just doesn't talk
Our friends aren't equipped for
very
air.
often.
They
Like,
need our cover. All 444 aircraft, get them out of there. Not even one is to go down. Destroy the UAVs.
That's impossible. I'm not flying in there to help out some assholes I don't know shit about.
As they say in my house, there's a thin line between bravery and stupidity.
fair enough. Doesn't mean he's mute. It just means that, you know, he probably doesn't talk to people he doesn't really care about.
Spare 15 is broken.
I'd imagine that he'd probably chat up a storm with Brownie.
It's gonna be a long way around those thunderclouds. All cowards, go hide in the thunderclouds like Trigger.
Strider 4, bandit on your 6.
Help by getting in between them and
Man of few words, not no words. Yeah.
For errors. You'll make it if you don't panic.
Yeah, I'd like to think that Trigger was very chatty with Brownie, and that might have caused him to shut up for a while. And he probably would start opening up to the LRSSG toward the end of the war.
For those UAVs, it's just another day at the office. Why are we risking our lives to wipe someone else's ass?
Start complaining when you can keep your own nose clean.
Damn it. Wiseman 444 squadron support incoming. Sorry, but I'm using this chance to break off.
Jaeger, look after the survivors.
Roger.
Oh yeah, that moment definitely haunts me, because my headcanon is that Trigger was sweet on Brownie.
Cyclops 4, hostile behind you.
Hostile behind me.
This is bad. We're fading fast.
Quit scratching your ass and approach the enemy.
Try and stop me.
And I think it was reciprocated because both of them are kind of joking about whoever wins in their little kill count competition for the mission gets to buy the other one dinner.
Looks like there's one guy who's got everyone's backs.
So clearly Brownie liked being around Trigger too.
Cyclops 3 has broken off. Bad dog, it's just me and one more to go.
Spare 15. You're the only one earning.
And if in Skies Restored, Brownie was literally screaming Trigger instead of Mage 2, yeah, no, that is definitely... Hey Nugget, how you doing? I'm in your second favorite plane. But, God, mother... That's like the 5th time this mission I got struck by lightning. So if the lightning is the reason why I can't hit...
Cyclops 1 is breaking off. He could have broken off.
Mission 3, Neff. She dies in Mission 3.
Spare 15.
She's like a little too much.
Destroyed.
Nice teamwork. Thanks. Who is that? Tell him I'm grateful.
Copy that, Cyclops 1. Spare squadron. Mission is complete. Return to base.
If I was like, what is it? Wait, why is Ned saying 4? Oh wait, never mind. I know what they're talking about now. Also,
This is all mine. Damn it. He's glued to my tail.
support anyone. Support. Yeah.
Still not firing.
I like to think that that is exactly what's going through his head in this moment.
I'm not letting this slide.
Which is why we're in perfect alignment to go directly head-to-head with Mihai. He doesn't even have to be ordered to go after Mihai. He's doing it. And no, it's not October yet. It is August.
Spare 10 lost.
See,
Another one.
our first line is right there.
Lost. What's with this guy? That's an Su-30. All spare squadron aircraft provide support for Cyclops and Strider.
So all Trigger is hearing right now is Brownie screaming for help. And is seeing literal red.
Cowards bailing on us?
I just sent back the damaged craft. We only need guys we can use. Spare 15, spare 11.
Which is why I say that Trigger, if he was a D&D class, he is a barbarian. He has the rage. And canonically, he does this in an F-16.
just gets you killed.
Oh, if only you knew, Count. Trigger was not doing that out of kindness.
Dumbass in the unit. Makes sense.
In fact, kindness was the last thing on his mind.
I'll guide you back to Air Force Base 444, though I doubt you have enough gas to make it. Appreciate the help. Want to be at the base? I wouldn't get involved if I were you.
Brownie's chance to instant. Forget for a long time.
Runway is clear. You have permission to land. You made it this far. Don't
The way I
screw up
see
now.
it, Trigger holding a grudge against Mihai, he'd be the only one that Trigger would hold a grudge against. I don't honestly think he holds that much of a grudge against any of the spares.
Bank left.
Even McKinsey. Yeah, I like to shoot him down every time I play Mission 10, but that's just more or less tradition and the fact that I love the fact that the devs let us do it. But I don't think he personally holds a grudge against McDixie. But Mihai? No, he's holding a grudge against
Great work.
Mihai.
Nice job in not ruining a good plane. Your work's still far from done. Stand by for further
But that's my
orders.
read on the character.
The crew said the enemy had one mean son of a bitch flying for him. Our team had a few Air Force hot dogs, real experienced pilots. But this guy swooped in like a hawk, locked on, and took them all out in the blink of an eye. Reminds me of a story Gramps told me once. He said a little while before he retired from active duty.
And
he
I
saw
think
an
the
enemy
reason why he
fighter wipe out
would
an
is
entire
not
formation
only
right in
would
front of him.
he take brownies personally,
like
I don't
seeing
think
how
he
a
cares
shark
about
works
Champ
while
all
it's
that much
going
other than the
after
fact
its
that he
dinner.
failed to protect one of
This
his
enemy
own.
pilot stalked Gramps' pals from below,
But
just like how a shark
the things
would.
we do know
And
about
one by
Trigger is
one,
that he is
he put the
very
fight on 'em.
reckless.
Sounds
But
like
by the
what
same
happened to our
token,
guys today.
he refuses to leave anybody behind.
Kind of surprised so many made it back alive. I bet when they saw what was going on, they broke formation and left.
And
their
he would
bodies to the
take
shark. Hang
a
on.
failure to
There's
protect
3 extra planes. there.
personally.
They're foreigners too.
And the one person that consistently caused him to fail to protect people
Target radar facilities and AA
is
weaponry.
Mihai.
They're set up on a rugged terrain, and there's a lot of cloud cover. You will be near thunderclouds. And you guys were born unlucky.
So yeah, he's holding a grudge.
Dumbass who came up with this batshit plan.
At least in my interpretation. Anyway. We are
returned
at...
without permission and
That was
failed
phenomenal.
as
He
escorts.
risked himself and his plane
So
chased
how
me
about you
down every
rethink
time.
your value while
So
in
take the logical
solitary?
path.
Take them away.
Oh, if you're basing it off,
Well,
like...
well, what do you know? Pilots made it back to base
Um,
alive. Treat them well and feed them plenty. After all, we have to get a favorable
every
report.
time he has to let Mihai go,
I've spent enough of my time being the
like
commander of
in
some worthless penal unit.
two-pronged strategy. By the time he gets to where Brownie's last position was, Mihai's gone. In Yinchi Valley, Mihai escapes in the thunderclouds and we lose radar lock. And he's got babies to protect because all the other spares decide to fuck off. Farbanti, we lose radar lock and Mihai slips away in the chaos, so we can't actually track him down. The one time where we're actually allowed to shoot Mihai down is the one time where if Mihai ran, there's no clouds in the sky, there's no one he needs to protect, and there's nothing wrong with his radar. So Trigger would have chased Mihai down no matter what in that final instance. Also, I'm willing to bet that in Yinchi Valley, Trigger would be close to bingo fuel. Alright, well, we're going to call it there. I'm hoping to do Final Fantasy IX tomorrow at usual time. Since I see that Final Fight as being a nightly challenge, I'll have 0. I mean, yeah, Mihai did definitely challenge, so he's not running away this time. But in every other instance where Mihai does run away, Trigger is unable to pursue. Because we lose track of him, or circumstances beyond Trigger's control. So, but anyway, surgical consult for me will be Tuesday. I'm not sure when the surgery will be scheduled. I will keep you guys informed as to if I'm able to stream or not. Though once I do have the surgery, don't expect to stream for at least a couple of days. Possibly 3. But next time... Okay. But next time the... shit. We play... AC7 will keep going till Bunker Buster. That way we can do the Taurus Saga, Cape Rainy together, and end on Farbanti, and then, yeah. Alright. Have a good night, everybody.